Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2014.
class of 2014. Good evening. Esteemed rabbis, community leaders, board members, faculty, parents, and our dear graduates. Welcome to the 8th graduation ceremony of SAR High School. We are thrilled to pay tribute to our class of 2014, totaling 130 students who have been described by their teachers and administrators as intelligent, driven, artistic, unconventional, energetic, fun-loving, and filled with ruach. Individually and as a grade, they are simply a remarkable group of young people. We acknowledge the presence here tonight of rabbis and community leaders, including Rabbi Yitz Greenberg and Blue Greenberg, Rabbi Barry Dove Katz, Rabbi Shmuel Greenberg, Rabbi Reuven Fink, Rabbi David Eliach, Rabbi Avi Weiss, and Rabbi Stephen Exler, as well as community rabbis and religious leaders who are on our SAR staff. As we transition into an appreciation of this special moment in time, please disconnect yourself from your electronic devices by turning them off, and then rise for the singing of Hatikva and the Star-Spangled Banner. Our joy is tempered this evening as we pray for the safe return of Naftali Franco, Gilad Sha'ar, and Eyal Yifrach. Please rise for the recitation of Tehillim to be led by Rabbi Shmuel Hain, our Rosh Beit Midrash.
Shir Lamalos, Esoin Ayel Harim, Me'ayin Yavo Ezri. Ezri Me'im Adonai, Osei Shamayim Varetz. Al Yitein Lamot Raglecha, Al Yanum Shomrecha. Hine lo yanum v'lo yishan, shomer Yisrael. Adonai shomrecha, Adonai tzilcha, al yad yaminecha. Yomam hashemesh lo yakeka, v'yareach balayla. Adonai yishmorcha mikol ra, yishmor es nafshecha. Adonai yishmor teischa voecha, me'ata v'yad olam.
The SAR community is very fortunate to have an exceptional board of trustees. People of dedication, vision, innovation, and continuous hard work. Gail Shore is a long-standing member of the Board of Trustees. She and Judah are the parents of 2 children who attended SAR Academy and SAR High School. Nate was in our first graduating class, and Ethan is graduating this evening. Gail has been a parent in SAR for 21 years. We welcome her to say a few words to our graduates.
Good evening. On behalf of the SAR Board of Trustees, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the SAR High School graduation. To the class of 2014, you are moments away from graduating. You're moments away from embarking on the most marvelously eye-opening years of your lives. You will taste independence and for the first time be wholly responsible for your thoughts and your actions. I suspect that each of you are awash in a swell of emotions. You are filled with a sense of joy and accomplishment at having made it to this day. You're sad at leaving a school that you've called home, some of you for 4 years and others for 16. And of course, there's anxiety and excitement. The end of this journey that we call high school marks the start of a brand new journey we call the rest of your life. The years after high school are when you truly come into your own as a person. You are looking to put your personal stamp on the world and to change the world for the better. So allow me, if you will, as one of the SAR trustees, to give you some thoughts on what might be of value as you move forward in life. My first piece of advice is that every day you should make your bed. Now, here's why. And I've spoken to several parents, and I know that it doesn't have to do with being neat. I hope you were all honest on your college roommate questionnaires. But if you start your day with this simple task, you already have accomplished something. You will look at your day as a series of small tasks well done. And if in fact your day turns out all wrong, at least you will come home to an inviting space, a good night's sleep, and the hope that tomorrow will be a better day. Get dressed. When you wake up and get dressed, you are signaling to yourself and the world that you are ready to take on the day. I'm not talking here about blue jeans versus black. I'm not talking here about the length of your skirts. People size you up before you even open your mouth, so you best stride into the day with confidence and conduct yourself with integrity. Mistakes are a gift, and so is failure. For anyone who has ever gotten a poor grade, been rejected from a college, not made a team, or been rebuffed by someone you like, I am here to tell you that each of those life experiences are essential to who you will become. You may be disappointed, you may be hurt, you may even cry, but consider that it's as important to learn how to handle setbacks as it is to embrace success. Mistakes and failures are the messengers. It's how you handle them that counts. It's kind of like doing a hard reset on your phone. First the pause, and then the reboot. Allow yourself time to reevaluate and to rethink. Think of mistakes and failures as life trying to nudge you in a different direction. Listen to others, but think for yourself. In the years ahead, you will learn how to voice your thoughts and soundly defend your opinions, but you also must be willing to listen, to engage, and to learn from one another. Set aside your politics and realize the value of hearing other people's points of view. If we don't talk to each other, it's hard to build on ideas and make things happen. That's a universal truth, whether you're at a Shabbat table, in a class, or in Congress. Remember where you come from. At some point, each of you will end up on a college campus. You will have dorm friends and chem lab friends. You will have freshman seminar friends and friends from your fraternities and sororities. But remember, whether it be Hillel or Chabad or a JLIC family, you have a built-in community of learners, thinkers, and friends. My older son, Nate, as Nancy mentioned, was in the first graduating class of SAR High School, and he arrived at Cornell. I'm not quite sure he made it to davening 3 times a day, but what he did do was become very involved in the Jewish community and become president of the Center for Jewish Living. What I'm saying to each of you is to find what speaks to you in that Jewish community and bring to that community your unique SAR spirit. Hold Israel close. This will be especially important if you find yourself on a campus with students who speak passionately in favor of the BDS movement, which aims to delegitimize Israel with academic boycotts, divestments, and sanctions. Never underestimate the power of the words spoken carefully. At Cornell recently, there was a movement to have a BDS resolution brought before the Student Assembly. It was brought, but the students at Hillel, at the Center for Jewish Living, were able to craft messages and engage in dialogue that managed to get the BDS resolution tabled indefinitely. And be kind. You will never regret being kind, being caring, or being there for others. The following words grace the doorway of the administrative offices of SAR High School. They were penned by Maya Angelou. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So, my dear graduates, there you have it. Start each day with a task completed, carry yourself with confidence and act with integrity, discover the messages in your mistakes and failures, listen to others, but think for yourself. Remember where you come from. Hold Israel dear, and be kind. And most of all, remember that the whole of SAR, along with your family and friends, will be there cheering you on. Now go forth and change the world.
For the past 11 years, since the inception of SAR High School, Rabbi Tully Hartstark has been the principal of the school. Under his extraordinary stewardship, SAR has grown from a mere 68 students in our first year to a school now of over 500. Rabbi Hartstark leads by example, inspiring the faculty and students to live SAR's mission. Graduating students who are deeply rooted in Torah study and the performance of mitzvot, and who are equipped to engage in the grand conversation between Torah and the world. Please join me in appreciation of Rabbi Hartstark as he comes to the stage to speak to the graduates.
Erev Tov. Good evening, and thank you to all of you for being here tonight. I would like to begin by expressing gratitude to HaKadosh Baruch Hu for granting us the opportunity to reach this milestone and to celebrate together the achievements of the SAR class of 2014, Tafshin Ayin Daled. Tonight, we celebrate our graduates, and I must add, we also celebrate the amazing teachers and staff of SAR who have taught our graduates. Thank you. First, I will turn to our graduates. My dear graduates, it is my honor to offer you divrei bracha tonight. I want to say something about the journey that we have shared these past 4 years. I'd like to put it in the context of a Dvar Torah. This week, we read the story of Korach, a story about a conflict that tears at the seams of the community of Israel in a deep and painful way. It is a struggle for power, a rebellion against the authority of Moshe and Aaron, a rebellion begun by Korach. If we look at it carefully, it's a little hard to understand what was so wrong about Korach's claim. He says, Ki kol ha'ida kulam kidoshim uvtocham Adonai. The entire community is holy, and God dwells in their midst. That's a beautiful thought, one with which many of us might identify. What is so wrong about a push against elite power in the name of the sanctity of every individual? Korach expressed his belief in each person. And why is that bad? I share with you a thought that I heard from Rabbi Krauss, the principal of SAR Academy, in response to this question. We often find in Chumash a command to be holy, Kidoshim Tihiyu, or V'hitem Kidoshim. Note that in each instance, it is an aspirational phrase. It is something that we hope we can achieve. We should strive to be holy. We might not yet have reached our goal, but we will keep working on it. The flaw in Korach's argument is that he says it as a statement of fact. We are all holy. We have all arrived. We are all great just the way we are. And that's where he went wrong. Indeed, we do believe that every person can reach the greatest of heights. But we are not there yet. We have to work, and work hard in order to get there. And with that, we can well understand the famous Mishnah in Avot that teaches about two kinds of conflict, two kinds of machloket. The machloket of Korach and his men, the Mishnah teaches, will not last. But the debates of Shammai and Hillel, they will. They are called a machloket l'shem shamayim, a conflict for the sake of heaven, and that will endure. The difference? Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel argued in pursuit of truth. The arguments ran deep, but they were aspirational. They were a source of growth for each side, for that deepening of respect and of understanding that comes from serious debate, from serious argument. Sometimes the battle between them was painful, but it was in the interest of growth, of reaching greater heights, of becoming holier Jews. My dear graduates, the high school years, pretty much by definition, are full of ups and downs, of great achievements, and sometimes of deep frustration. It is, in that sense, a real journey. The high school years are a microcosm of the journey of life upon which you are about to embark. You never quite arrive. There's always the next chapter, but always striving, doing our best, working to make ourselves good, kind, honest, and committed B'nai and B'not Torah. And so, I think of you. As a grade, you have gone through a lot together. And not only you as friends with each other, but we, all of us together, faculty and students, have gone through a lot together. There have been beautiful moments, and there have been some difficult moments. You are a group with tremendous power, strong personalities, and deeply held beliefs. And I love you for that. I do. And now, as this chapter of your life's journey is drawing to a close, you are very ready to take the next step. Last week, as you sat around the bonfire on your senior trip, it was a magical thing to behold. As is your way, as soon as there was an opportunity to sing, you filled the air with beautiful and inspiring song, and you kept on going. You kept on singing. And then you started to speak to each other. You shared deep thoughts with honesty and integrity, with hope and aspiration, with maturity and a sense of reality for over 2 hours. It was a moment that, for me, and probably for many of you, reflected how far you have come. You have learned and grown from each other. You have supported each other in boundless ways, and it really felt like family. The love, the honesty, and the integrity that comes from sharing life, real and sometimes complicated life, together, just as you have. As for me, I must say out loud that over the years, perhaps in some moments, I helped bring us together. In other instances, perhaps I made it more difficult. Whatever I decided in any given instance, it always came from a place of great respect for your strength, your capacity, and your boundless potential. A boundless potential in which I continue to believe very strongly. My bracha to you as you graduate from high school: may you live your lives as men and women on a mission, constantly growing and reaching, shaping and enriching, deepening your own lives and the lives of those around you through the language and practice of the Jewish people, through Torah u'mitzvot. And may the life missions that you undertake inspire the life missions of future generations. May you keep Torah, mitzvot, Am Yisrael, and Eretz Yisrael in the front of your minds at all times. May you use your talents and strengths to make the world a better place. And may you continuously work hard to develop yourselves as thoughtful, reflective B'nai and B'not Torah, confident in taking on the challenges of the modern world, and committed to strengthening the Jewish people. Mazal Tov to all of you. I am so very proud of you. Before I step down, I want to take the opportunity to say thank you to the remarkable staff of SAR High School, to the teachers, of SAR. Your hard work and dedication to our students and to the mission of SAR make this place what it is. When people come over to me to tell me that they think this is a great place, and sometimes people do come over to tell me that they think it is a great place, the first thing everyone says, and it really is just about all the time, the first thing that everyone says is the teachers in this school are really amazing. And I want to say you really are amazing. Thank you so much. To my administrative colleagues, Dr. Mark Shinar, Ms. Nancy Laria, to Dr. Schwartz and Ms. Schlaf, thank you for everything. It is a gift to work with smart, caring, reflective people who are truly interested in listening to and learning from each other. It's what makes SAR a great place to come to each and every day. And to Dr. Schwartz, it has been a joy working with you over the past 9 years. You have given so much to SAR High School. We will miss you very much, and we wish you much hatzlacha at that school across the river. There are a number of people who made the events of this evening possible. I want to say tremendous thank you to Gila Kolb, to Andy Sandler and the tech team, to Ms. Deborah May and Heidi Kane in the business office, to Dahlia Goldbrenner, Sean Tarzik, and Michelle Hoke. And thank you so much to our parent co-chairs, Roni Blinder, Judy Goldstein, and Jody Halper. And finally, thank you so much to Nick Fada and his amazing staff. And to family and friends, thank you for being here. Mazal Tov, and may you have much nachat from your wonderful families. It is now my great pleasure to introduce the student representatives of the class of 2014, Tufshin Ayin Dalet. Hold on. In the spring of the senior year, the seniors nominate those who they feel would best represent them at their graduation. The senior grade then chooses 2 students from the nominees to speak at graduation on their behalf. It is my pleasure to introduce Lauren Grabois, who will deliver her address in English, followed by Ethan Metzger, who will speak in Hebrew. Lauren, come on up.
Zach. Why do we tell stories? On the first day of our short stories class, Dr. Shinar posed this very question. As the course progressed, I began to see storytelling as an expression of what it means to be truly human. To have a story to tell means that you've lived life and have experienced its great joys and hardships and everything in between. For high school students, every day can feel like a lifetime. There is sometimes enough drama in a grade-wide meeting, Beit Midrash panel, or forum to fill up an 100-page English log for Ms. Pollack. We all have our individual stories. Each of us would have a completely different answer to the question, how did you experience high school? What did your average day look like, feel like? What is your story? But we also have our collective grade story. How did we experience high school? What did our average day look like, feel like? What is our story? This evening, I want to share with you my story, or a piece of my story. But the truth is, my story is also our story. The following is not a story about when my father passed away during our sophomore year. It is a story of how this grade came together and pulled me back into SAR. I was out of school for around a month in Seattle and Israel, dealing with emotional and legal aspects of the tragedy. I was pulled out of my regular life, unattached, broken, and sad. I didn't know how life would go on. I couldn't see a future without my dad, my guardian, my hero. It was as if my life was on pause and the world was fast-forwarding around me. I couldn't comprehend putting life back into play, transitioning to normal life. It was the 3rd day of Shiva, my first in New York, when a group of 30 kids decked out in silver clothing and accessories filled the seats around me. I was quickly reminded that it was Color War and found out that we were the silver team, Team Yeshiva. Even during the chaos of Color War, you guys paused your stories to be with me in mind, and I realized that with your help, I could press play. I thought about how much I love Color War and how I miss being in school with you. It was all I wanted to hear about. The song, the music video, which grade made the best sufganiyot. You told me that we beat the cool seniors in dodgeball, and about the fake Yeshiva Twitter account. I even got video chat in for the final ceremony and watched my peers get 2nd place as sophomores. I realized how much I missed being a part of our grade. My first weeks back, each of you played a role in pulling me back in, both by making special gestures or just being your normal selves. SAR became a safe haven for me. The administrators, faculty, and students became my family. You gave me the opportunity to define my life by things other than sadness. So, I cannot tell my story without telling our story, because every person in this room changed and shaped my experience. We do not always realize how much our actions impact each other. We have all seen our grade come together in all sorts of situations. We've celebrated birthdays and championships together. We've led our very own slow shiraz and chants. We have sat in to protest parking spots and eat candy on Piñata Wednesdays. We instituted SAR's first ever Puram and had an epic ditch day. But let's not get carried away. Our story is not a single unified text that we could read aloud and all agree is an accurate representation of the collective us. At times, that makes it feel almost impossible to tell a story about us. And as I sat down to write the speech and think about what I want to say to you, the task felt daunting because I knew deep down that I could never represent each individual in this grade. But then it struck me, that is an amazing thing. Each one of us brings our own story to the table. We each have our own unique voices. We've made an impact through songs, raps, cheers, slam poems, and chants. We voice our opinions. We tell our stories. We aren't afraid to stand up for what we believe in. We make it personal. We know how to be heard, but more importantly, we also worked on how to hear others. We have each seen and experienced high school through different lenses, and that's what makes each of us special. Each of us has a personal story to tell about our time here, but each of our individual stories make up the collective story. Every senior this year learned the beginning of Sefer Breshit in their Tanakh classes. We went into deep analysis of Parakim Aleph and Bet. Although at first glance, the two Parakim seem completely different, they are in fact the same narrative. Both tell the story of the creation of man. In Rav Soloveitchik's Lonely Man of Faith, the Rav expounds upon the idea that one can see emerging in these two chapters, two distinct personalities that reside within every human being, two ways in which each individual approaches the world. The Rav writes, "In every one of us abide two persona, the creative, majestic Adam the first, and the submissive, humble Adam the second. As we portrayed them typologically, their views are not commensurate. Their methods are different. Their mode of thinking, distinct. The categories in which they interpret themselves and their environment, incongruous. Yet, no matter how far the cleavage, each us must willy-nilly identify himself with the whole of an all-inclusive human personality, charged with the responsibility as both a majestic and a covenantal being. God created two Adams and sanctioned both. Rejection of either aspect of humanity would be tantamount to an act of disapproval of the divine scheme of creation, which was approved by God as being very good. Each Adam sees the world through his own unique lens, and yet both Adams are one and the same. Their mission, outlook, self-understanding, and relationship with God and community is different. And yet they're the same person, trying to lead a meaningful existence. We are 130 Adams, 130 voices with unique stories to tell. So why do we tell stories? To show and evoke empathy, to understand, to unload, to remember, to make meaning, to share, to connect. We tell stories to try and express the deepest parts of ourselves and to create a collective narrative that will encompass all the facets of who we are and to think about who we can become. In our years together here, we pushed each other to become authors, artists, poets, and as I stand here at graduation tonight and look around, I feel blessed to be part of such an incredible community. To our teachers, you pushed us beyond our comfortable limits, and we pushed you right back. Thank you for standing by our side through the ups and downs, which, without a doubt, we had many of. Thank you for shaping us as students, Jews, and good people. But most importantly, thank you for giving us knowledge, support, and for enriching years that wouldn't be possible without you. To all the families, thank you for helping foster this community and for being true role models to all of us. And when I look at the 130 peers sitting here tonight, I have you to thank. To the people who helped me write this speech, you know who you are, and I can't thank you enough. To my classmates, may you tell your stories about your time at SAR for years to come and create new stories in the future. I can't wait to hear them. Congrats.
Shalom lekulam, Hashem shaliches ki yachol l'kol Michael Jackson, Blasher ki Yaakov Shweki. Lifnei she'atchil, birtzoni lomar milah tova lekama anashim. Milah lekadosh baruch hu, l'Rav Hart Stark, למורים, לשונאים, למשפחות הבוגרים, במיוחד להוריי ולחבריי לשכבה שנמצאים כאן הלילה. מילה לדוקטור שנער, דוקטור שוורץ, גברת נפתולביץ', ארי סליבן, ינאי סגל, ג'ושוע שאה, שעזרו בחלקים שונים של כתיבת הנאום. מילה לניק, רב ושאר צוות התחזוקה על זה שעשו את כל מה שעשו במשך 4 השנים האחרונות. ואחרון חביב, מילה לכל הבנות שנראות כל כך יפות בפנים ובחוץ. כל יום, אבל בעיקר הלילה. כל האישיות של חזקי הייתה חלק גדול מחוויית התיכון שלי. יש לי הרבה מזל שהיו לי הזדמנויות להיות יצירתי ב-SAR, שבהם הראיתי את הצד היותר מוחצן שלי. אני במיוחד אסיר תודה על כוכב נולד. זה די מיוחד של-SAR יש תחרות שירה במיוחד בעברית, אבל בעצם זה לא מפתיע כל כך, כי SAR תמיד היה חלק מתרבות הנגד. תרבות הנגד זה מונח ששמענו הרבה מההנהלה של SAR במשך הקריירה שלנו בתיכון, בהקשר של ליצור תרבות ב-SAR שנוגדת את התרבות של הנוער האמריקאי. בתור יהודים אורתודוקסים מודרניים שלוקחים חלק בשיח הבינתחומי, ב-Grand Conversation, לימדו אותנו שיש פנים חיוביות לתרבות הנוער הכללית שיכולה להוסיף לתרבות שלנו ב-SAR, אבל לימדו אותנו גם שיש ערכים שלא מסתדרים עם אלה שלמדנו בבית ובבית ספר. במשך הרבה זמן הרגשתי שהחזון של הרב הרטסטארק של תלמידים שהם חלק מהתרבות הנגד ב-SAR לא מעשי. בארצות הברית יש היום יותר מ-25 מיליון בני נוער, ולחשוב שאף חלק מהערכים האולי בעייתיים שלהם לא יחדור דרך קירות SAR ויחלחל לתרבות שלו נראה לי בלתי אפשרי. אבל עכשיו, כשאני מהרהר על 4 השנים האחרונות, הדעות שלי השתנו לחלוטין. תרבות וקהילה, 2 מושגים שייחודיים ב-SAR ומרכזיים לקווי היסוד שלו, הם מושגים מאוד מורכבים. חבריי לכיתה ואני, הננו חלק מ-25 מיליון בני הנוער האמריקאי שהזכרתי לפני כן. בתוך זאת אנו חלק מ-500 התלמידים של SAR, ובתוך זאת אנו חלק מה-130 תלמידים בשכבה שלנו. כל קבוצה היא קהילה משלה עם תרבות שונה השייכת לה. אם הולכים עוד צעד קדימה, בתוך הקהילה של השכבה שלנו, אנחנו כולנו שייכים לתת תרבויות שונות, המורכבות מהאנשים שאנו מחליטים לבלות איתם את רוב זמננו. כל קבוצה עם התרבות שלה. זאת התרבות והקהילה שאני רוצה לדבר. כן. בזמן שהתת קהילות ותת תרבויות מתאחדות ליצור את הקהילה והתרבות הכללית של השכבה שלנו, אני מאמין שאם כולנו נחשוב על החוויות השונות שלנו בתיכון, ומה השפיע עלינו הכי הרבה, אנחנו נגיד שיותר מהתרבות של השכבה, יש את התרבות של הקהילה הכי קטנה שבה היינו חלק. זה חשוב שברגע זה נחשוב באופן ביקורתי על הערכים והפעולות שמרכיבים את התרבויות השונות של כל אחת מהתת קהילות שאליהן היינו קשורים במשך 4 השנים האחרונות, ואיך אנו רוצים שהתת קהילה שלנו תיראה בעתיד. כי אחרי התיכון אנחנו מקבלים הזדמנות נוספת. אנחנו נכנסים לסביבה חדשה עם הרבה אנשים שאנו לא מכירים, ומאוד חשוב להבין שהאנשים שאיתם אנו בוחרים לבלות את זמננו יגדירו את החוויות שלנו. בחזרה לנושא של תרבות הנגד, אפשר לקחת בה חלק דרך זה שנקיף את עצמנו עם אנשים שיש להם ערכים הדומים לנו. הקהילה והתרבות הנגד שניצור תהיה הקהילה והתרבות העיקריות בחיינו. למסר שלי 2 חלקים. ראשית, אנחנו כולנו צריכים לעזוב את SAR עם תחושה של חוזק. אנחנו צריכים להרגיש שיש לנו את היכולת ליצור את התרבות שבה אנו רוצים להשתתף, בלי קשר לשאלה מהי התרבות מסביבנו. שנית, חשוב לחשוב באופן ביקורתי על עם מי בילינו במשך 4 השנים האחרונות, ועם מי אנו רוצים להיות בעתיד, ואז למצוא את האנשים האלה בשלב הבא, וליצור איתם קהילה. לכם, חבריי הבוגרים, הייתה זכות לבלות את 4 השנים האחרונות איתכם, ואני רוצה להודות לכם שעזרתם ליצור את התרבות הקיימת בתוך הקהילה שלנו. כל אחד מכם תרם לתרבות. מטוב הלב של טובי דרזנר, לעניין הרב במדע של אריאל ששון, לחוש ההומור העוקצני של רייצ'ל ויינטראוב, לאהבה של ג'וש דויטש לששבש, לאהבת ישראל של סמנתה פישלר, לעדינות של בן אטנסטיין, להגיד את האמת, כולכם על ידי זה שהייתם עצמכם, הצבתם את התרבות שהשפיעה על חוויית התיכון ועל הדרך בה נזכור את ימינו בתיכון. אני מקווה שלכולנו יהיה את האומץ להמשיך או להתחיל להיות אנחנו עצמנו, לגלות ולרדוף אחר תשוקותינו וחלומותינו, ולהמשיך להוסיף ערכים חיוביים לתרבות הקהילה שאליה כל אחד מאיתנו יחליט להצטרף. תודה רבה לכולכם על המסע המדהים הזה.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for Lauren and Ethan. One of the things that make SAR graduation unique is not the beach ball. It's been done. Sorry, it's been done. But one of the things that does make the graduation unique is the direct student involvement and programming and the performance that we're about to see tonight. It is not without a tremendous amount of hard work and dedication that the performance you're about to see has been put on. And before we invite our students up, I want to take an opportunity to officially thank and formally thank the 3 faculty members that were most engaged in the performance. First to Mr. Simon Fleischer for his consultation. To Rabbi Birnbaum for all of his guidance, his musical direction. And a very special thank you and welcome to the SAR family, Ms. Katz and Ellenbogen. Ms. Kay, you are wonderful. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to invite up the class of 2014 to perform This Is the Voice.
Well, here we are at graduation, a class of 130 individual voices, each with its own timbre, pitch, and dynamic. But together, our voices make up a unique and harmonious symphony. How did we get here? It wasn't that long ago that we were awkward 9th graders on our way to freshman day. The only clear voices we had back then were the ones in our own heads.
Welcome to Freshman Day 2010! We're off to Bear Mountain for a great day, filled with group bonding, trust falls, and even bad weather. No pressure, but the friends you make here could determine the rest of your high school careers. Rosen, Rosenberg, Rosenfeld, Present. Rosenthal, yep. Rosenzweig, what up? Rosenzweig, Rosenthal. Anybody?
Freeze. What am I doing here? This is going to be so boring. I'm surrounded by nerds. In my old school, I was king. I'm too good for these kids. And who wears a tie to freshman day anyway? Is that also part of the dress code here? Whatever. I can't wait for this day to be over. Unfreeze.
Am I on time? Sorry, I was at a pre-comms guidance meeting. It's never too early to start the process.
Hey, do you want to sit together so we can prep vocab for the SATs?
Seriously, that'd be great.
You wish, get lost.
Okay, freeze. I can't believe it's starting. I'm so nervous. I have to get good grades, but good grades aren't everything. Colleges also care about extracurriculars now. I was top of my class in 8th grade, so I'll be fine. I'll join every club there is, and some that don't even exist. My resume will be longer than War and Peace. Harvard, here I come. Unfreeze.
I'm here. Oh, God. Oh.
What are you doing?
Right. Here we go.
The seat's taken.
Yep, okay. Freeze. No one wants to sit with me? Classic. It's 8th grade all over again. No one will sit with me on the bus. No one will sit with me anywhere. No one will give me a graduation hat. Come on, Stu, it's your chance. Be cool, you can do this. I haven't got a cool new phone, just for high school. All right, pretend like you're actually talking to someone. Unfreeze.
Freeze! Wait, what am I doing? I'm not a main character.
Okay, we're here, we've reached our destination. Have fun, but remember to probe and engage the world with humility and openness to God's creations.
Wow, we were worlds apart back then. It's tough being a freshman. But how much progress did we make over the next 12 months? One of the highlights of our Yom HaAtzmaut celebration is the annual Kochav Nolad talent show, where a wide range of voices is always on display. Let's take a look at what happened our sophomore year.
And now, for our final performance at this year's Kochav Nolad talent show, please welcome the SAR, Stingray Mifa Solati Dos, performing Yotze La'ur Ba'ehud Banai. Shah, Hatod Sa'ot, She Kulanu Chikinu Lahain, Kohav Nolad. Suf, Shin, Samech, 2000.
And now, the results you've all been waiting for. Kohav Nolad 2012 goes to...
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna get a trophy.
Kol HaKavod, Le'ei Shui!
Stu. It's Stu. Stu won!
Wow, Stu, awesome job. Your acoustic rendition of Rabbi Nachman was gold. So original, so raw. I could feel your pain. You are so talented.
Freeze. Yes! How did this happen? Yes, yes, yes! This is crazy! This is Yoram level crazy! Unfreeze!
Not bad. He's a pretty good guy. Shame none of my friends wanted to try out with me. I guess there are other people out there, and maybe I shouldn't judge so quickly. Al tistakel bakankan el b'mashi yeshbo, that's what I always say.
Dude, you never say that.
Hey, you're supposed to be frozen. Unfreeze.
This was not supposed to happen. I was supposed to win. I need this victory to round out my college act.
It's okay, Jen. You weren't very good anyway. Remember, you are tone deaf.
Freeze. This can't be happening. Ugh, my whole 10th grade profile was built around winning Kochav Nolad. Now I'll have to study harder. Unfreeze. Stu, you may have won Kochav Nolad, but my SATs will blow yours away.
Hey, love the building. What's her problem?
Well, that escalated quickly. Turns out not all our voices were yet in tune. Fast forward to the dreaded SATs, a rite of passage for any junior. The SATs gives voice to all sorts of things.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be your proctor today for the SATs. Just know that no matter what happens, you will all be fine. The SATs aren't the end of the world. You know, it's not what you learn. Well, it is what you learn, but it's not just what you learn. It's also who you become. Right, guys? Guys.
Freeze. Okay, Ben. You've got this. You've studied so much for this now. Just give it your all. Just stay focused. Do your best. You'll be fine. 1, 2. Okay, Ben. Unfreeze.
Hey, Ben. You ready?
Stay focused. Stay focused.
Ben. Benny. Benjamin. Benjamin. Ben, you ready?
What? Oh, hey. Hey, man. Good luck. I'm sure you'll do great.
Thanks, man. It's really nice of you to say. You know, I think high school's really changed you a lot. You're not the same person that you were in 8th grade.
Well, you look confident. Yeah, I took 37 practice SATs, so that helps, right? Freeze. I can't do this anymore. My head is spinning. My hands are sweaty. There's almost vomit on my sweater already. Mom, spaghetti. You know what? I'm so done with this SAT stuff. They don't tell anything about me anyway. Unfreeze.
Oh, just in time. I love this test. It challenges each individual learner to go beyond his or her comfortable limits. Oh, look, there's Ben.
Guys, settle down. Come on. For time.
Wait. But first.
Say SATs!
SATs. Seriously, no more talking, phones away, no more conversations, unless it's the grand conversation. No. Stop talking. Guys, we're ready to hand out the tests. There's no more talking. be no talking, please. Guys, stop talking. You'll have 45 minutes to complete section 1. We may begin.
p.m. the night before, my eyes become a stream. Someone help quick, what does vivacious mean? I haven't slept in weeks, my body is a mess. This pressure's getting to me, I can't handle the stress. But I need to do well, not know the knowledge. As what you learn, it's where you go to college. Penn to Harvard, Princeton to Yale. I need to get into one, I cannot fail. 2400 rings in my head, so my tutor talks about. I hate the SATs, I just want to yell it out. Wishing I was smart like that kid named Urkel, focusing on top instead of the circles, instead of at what's hand. I didn't understand how this overestimated, underestimated, determined where I land. Yeah, it's late nights, staying up tired, going to sleep, and waking up tired. That state of not good enough, cause you got higher. It didn't matter to me, yeah, I just wanted to be fired, yo.
Okay, I'll try not to let this get to me. I'll try not to do terribly, but I know it'll be kind of hard to do impeccably. I still got my respect for me. This test doesn't determine how well I've done in classes or how much I've been learning. People even brought bags to hyperventilate. The only bag I brought holding my ticket, some peanuts and a lemonade. This doesn't define me as if these tests can assign me to some intelligence level. And it feels so confining. I know that I gotta do it, cause it's part of the process. But when I'm taking that test, I feel like I'm being processed. And imagine an X for every single wrong answer. Then let X equal the fact that this test is a disaster. You see, I'm more than a common nap or a grade on my physics lab. I won't let myself be defined by some test and a paper scrap. It's 5 steps to a 5 and 5 steps to the door. My college will not define me, no, not anymore. Woo!
Yo, finally time for the teacher to speak. Don't want to hear any words, don't want to hear any peeps. Crazy high school teenagers out of control, whipping children into shape so they stay enrolled. Making sure the students have the best education in the one and single greatest school of Big Sting Nation. Mr. Steer History, human biology, three-letter math, and AP psychology. Always there to help you out whenever you need it. Faculty here, making sure you never quit. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, give teachers respect. Love them and cherish them, don't ever forget. Get up for your gear.
How can we talk about multiple voices without mentioning the grand conversation between Torah and the world? Torah, representing the voice of our Jewish traditions and sacred texts, and the world, as represented by our study of literature, history, art, science, and math. The multiple perspectives and voices they represent enhance and enrich one another. The conversation is not always easy, but teaches us to listen and to learn from differing viewpoints. And that is why, parents, SAR is the perfect place for your 8th grader. Wink. And so, we pass from 11th grade to 12th, and juniors become seniors. Color War, a highlight of the school year, pits one grade against the other in 3 days of fierce competition. After 3 straight years of losses, our grade finally, well, you'll see.
Quiet. I know it's all very exciting. All right, settle down. This happens every year. All right, and this year's captains are Ben, Stu, Jen, and character number 4. Well, congratulations to all this year's captains.
Freeze. Wow, I'm Color War captain. I'm really happy for Stu, he earned it, but why'd the administration choose Jen? She used to be so competitive. I guess she's chilled out recently. The administration must have wanted to give her one last chance to prove herself. Maybe I should too. She definitely has school spirit. We could get along.
This is crazy. Color War captain? First Kochab Nolad, now this is so humbling. All that Anava stuff's getting to me.
Wow, so these are my co-captains. You know, it's kind of ironic. You only get to be co-captain after you send in your applications. It's kind of embarrassing that I was so crazy these past couple of years. Maybe it's time I recognize the unique needs and potential of each student. Maybe it's time I foster a community of B'nai B'not Torah that are sensitive, caring students. Maybe it's time I memorize the rest of the mission statement because I only know those 2 lines. Ben, Stu, character number 4. I'm so glad I have this time to take it slow and just enjoy the moment. Unfreeze.
You guys ready?
Let's do it.
We were born ready.
You bet I'm ready. Color War!
All right, everyone take your seats for the video.
I wear my heart up on my sleeve like a big deal. Your love pours down on me, surround me like a waterfall. And there's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. After a terrific 2 days of competition, we now have our results. And the Color War gold medal goes to the seniors. Congratulations!
We did it! Yup!
You guys were awesome!
We won! You guys! We won!
Ah, the value of distinct voices. The key to our Color War victory was our ability to respect one another's unique talents. Everybody had to contribute something to pull off the win. athletes, artists, musicians, and scholars. Our color war triumph showed that we changed and matured as individuals, and through that individual change, we grew into one grade with a strong, clear voice. It's been quite a journey, and tonight, we stand together at the close of one chapter and the beginning of the next. Where will we go from here?
And then I said, Dr. Schwartz, what's for dinner? And she said, fish and chips.
Because she's going to fridge.
That was the most suspenseful story I've ever heard. I did not see that coming.
I did.
Wow, guys. So sad. We're at graduation. There's no more lack of walls, no more approachable faculty with nicknames like the Doc, G. Steins, our fearless leader, Mr. David Steer.
Yeah, I can't believe we made it.
We'll never see each other again. No, we have to. We must.
Freeze. What a crazy 4 years, huh, guys? And to think we weren't even friends for most of them. We've had our ups and downs, but I think we're on pretty steady ground now. And I don't know if we're gonna stick together, but I'm glad I got to know you guys. Thanks for everything. Unfreeze.
Freeze. Wow, this is so exciting. I don't know what's ahead, but oh, I'm so excited. Unfreeze.
Freeze. What a wild ride. It's been 4 years since freshman day. I still feel so unsure. Not of whether or not I'll make great friends or grow as a person. That happened. Now it's about taking what we've learned here academically, socially, and religiously, and bringing that with us to the next part of our lives. But how are we going to make our voices heard out there? Out there, there's no Shabbatons or singing or mobs or SATs but none of that stuff could have defined us anyway. At the end of the day, we're defined by the quality and consistency of our individual voices and by our willingness to listen to the ones around us. Unfreeze.
Thank you, that was great, truly great. The partnership between parents and the school is an important value of our SAR community. The Parent-Teacher Committee, the PTC, is dedicating to supporting and enhancing SAR through fundraising and planning social and educational events for the school community. The high school PTC has been most ably co-chaired this year by Deborah Stern Blumenthal and Tammy Bezbaratko. We welcome Tammy to say a few words to our graduates now.
Good evening. My name is Tammy Bezbaratko, and together with Debbie Stern Blumenthal, we co-chair the PTC. What makes SAR special is that even after graduating SAR, alumni still feel connected. I encourage all of you to come back often and get involved, send your kids here, like I did. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of the parents who have given of themselves to help all of our various programs and events. On behalf of the PTC, I am proud to announce that in honor of the graduating class of 2014, the PTC is gifting 550 of the new educational Anit Filah Koren Sidurim with the J. Goldman commentary to be used by the high school. Mazel tov to you all. You guys did great.
Mr. David Steer. Mr. David Steer is a faculty member in the history department and has taught many of our graduates either U.S. history or comparative government. In his quiet and unassuming way, Mr. Steer has had a profound impact on our students, and it is fitting that our seniors have chosen him to address them as the representative for the faculty.
Thank you, Nancy, for those kind words. I also want to thank the senior class for asking me to speak today. It's an honor and a privilege, truly. It's hard to believe that I finished my 7th year teaching here at SAR. I'm continually impressed by the professionalism and dedication of the faculty and the administration and the work ethic of our students. I think we have the best teachers and administration anywhere. I think what really struck me most forcefully this year was a strong sense of community and continuity at SAR. This year, almost half of my students were siblings of previous students. The familiarity which comes with getting to know parents and families has helped create a learning atmosphere of warmth and trust, which is difficult to replicate elsewhere. Since I've started working here, our school has grown a great deal in size. Our student body has gotten bigger. We've added more classroom space, more teachers, facilities for athletics, rooms for technology, and even a paved parking lot. Yes, there have been a few growing pains, even for our faculty. For example, the first year of the paved parking lot, I got several emails seeking the identity of a faculty member who had swerved into someone else's car while pulling out of the parking lot. This year, though, the faculty adjusted. I didn't get any emails with the subject heading sideswiped. With the increase in faculty size, recently the history department was also asked to move to a less crowded floor, or so I was told. I think that perhaps another reason was that our department was a little too chatty and too messy for another department. What lesson can we learn here? Well, like students, sometimes teachers also have to have their seats moved. In my view, though, there are no bad seats at SAR in any faculty room or classroom. Now, thinking about you guys, the senior class, you guys have been impressive in so many ways. You've shown amazing academic skills mixed with tremendous intellectual curiosity. The incredible artwork and musical skills shown on display during the senior exploration and here tonight were really a pleasure. It's really been a privilege to get to know you. I even attended my first Shabbaton event with you last year, skating with my daughter at Yonkers ice skating rink, where everyone managed to look great in their pajamas, despite having to dodge hundreds of Yonkers residents during public skate. You've also shown a real ability to turn challenges into successes. Here's some information which may not have actually shown up in Kolenu or in your anecdotals. For example, over the last few years, I've been asked to be an RPT proctor, a task which I unequivocally enjoy. This was way better than making sure students throw away their garbage away during my time as lunchroom monitor. I have to say that both this year and last year, your class has typically crushed the other classes in terms of earning the most RPTs. However, you've used this time effectively. For example, by once persuading me to watch a film called Sharknado, whose main plot line featured flying sharks during a tornado which were able to swallow whole human beings without actually harming them. In sports, this year I also participated in a basketball tournament against a team led by seniors. Despite officiating, which allowed me to throw your best players onto the floor with impunity, and then shoot free throws for no reason, you convincingly defeated our faculty team. Finally, last year, when some of your classmates on the 5th floor got a little noisy, a few of you took it upon yourselves to find a quiet place to study and tried to bring your desks into the boys' bathroom to study. While I ultimately had to stop this for obvious reasons, it showed a great deal of creativity and dedication, which may not manifest itself on any AP or AP test or exam, but was creative nonetheless. When I was a senior in high school, I wasn't given much advice my senior year. I'm not sure if this was a good or bad thing. The only thing I remember being told, scrawled in virtually illegible handwriting in my high school yearbook by my French teacher, was not to drop water balloons from the top of my dormitory. This advice was not difficult to follow, but I'm not sure if it made much of an impact on my life going forward. So today, where else to look for inspiration? Wikipedia? That didn't help. I recently read a book called Wisdom for Graduates, a collection of pithy quotes which promise to give its reader many dinner party invitations and impress future employers with mastery of its many witticisms. But this seems somewhat limited as well. But the truth is that I hope we can all have a dialogue over the coming years where we can share advice, insight, and really learn from each other. I wish you all the best of luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now our distinct pleasure to give your kids diplomas. That's what we're going to do now. Liel Barth. Noah Bennis. Adi Berkowitz. Yishai Chamudot. Ezra Cohen. Ariel Firestone. Yoni Gelfand. Take a real one. Yakir Greenberg. Lauren Grebois. Avital Hirsch. Yoni Israel. Emily Jellin. Avital Goldstein. Michal Kesselman. Becky Laufer. Samuel Marcus. Ethan Metzger. Olivia Rosenzweig. Ariel Sassone. Beverly Satoski. Moshe Schwartz.
Clock's been done.
Aryeh Zapinski.
Rachel Ash. Anna Ballin. Yael Bauman. Abigail Burke. Rachel Bernstein. Isaac Blinder. Eva Blumenfeld. Eitan Boyarsky. Gideon Breslaw. Carolyn Chapler. Avi Shefetz. Marcel Daba. Kevin Danishevsky. Joshua Deutsch. Toby Dresner. Gil Dubin. Liam Eliach. Daniel Estrugo. Samantha Fischler. Yaakov Fishman. Dove Foger. Eyal Phony.
Andrew Frankel. Jared Frankel. Hila Katz. Jake Goldstein. Tova Goldstein. Rebecca Goldstein. Eden Garadisher. Devora Gross. Avidan Grossman. Yaela Halper. Leah Hartman. Ricky Heiklin. Alexander Herskowitz. Miss Doug. Jamie Hershaft.
Thank you so much.
Abigail Hirschfield. Ian Hollenberg. Samantha Hollenberg. Sammy Horowitz. Samuel Hyman. Eliana Isaac. Those are tied. Let's try that again. Eliana Isaac. All right, all right. Jared Isaac. Wait. Allie Jacobson.
Amanda Jankelowitz. Daniel Jonas. Joshua Kahane. Joshua Katz. Shai Katz. Rebecca Kleschik. Eliora Korenblit. Andrew Leifer. Abby Levy. Sophie Levinson. Aaron Lieberman. Miriam Lichtenberg. Sarah Lobel. Zev Mark. Arlie Mintz. Zachary Oken. Daniel Oppenheimer. Ben Ottenstein. Talia Patashnik. Anna Peterman. Maya Pretzfelder. David Rice.
Kayla Roisman. Ayelet Rosenberg. Erin Rosenfeld. Alana Rosenthal. Alexander Rosh. Rachel Rosen. Amram Saad. Ashi Safti. Jacob Sachs. Dahlia Shiner. Samantha Schnall. Ethan Shore. Zev Schwartz. Yanai Siegel. Phyllis Shams. Joshua Gordon Shaw. Joshua Shenwick. Ariana Shimoff. Rebecca Siegel. Zacharia Smart. Laura Smerling. Max Slepian.
Dorit Sosnowick. Tani Spivak. Ari Spitzer. Noah Stein. Gabrielle Steinmetz-Silber. Jordan Teigman. Ruby Toledo. Ali Trachtenberg. Jonathan Turek. Jonathan Vantman. Harry Varon. Jake Wax. Sarah Waxman. Hannah Weiner. Noah Weiner. Rachel Weintraub.
Dr. Schwartz. Thank you.
Racheli Weiss. Zach Wahlberg. Darren Wolf. And Dina Wallishen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class 2014.
Thank you for celebrating with us tonight.